We are judging ourselves against too many people. You have to judge yourself against yourself.
Comparison to other people, I think, is actually a good thing.
Focus on what you want to achieve and don't listen to all the noise. That noise is horrific.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from David Goggins. Also, if you want to have more motivation and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
You will never learn from people if we always tap dance around the truth. Everything I didn't want to do is what got me to where I'm at today. There's no hack.
What do you think is the biggest stumbling block that most people face with this kind of journey?
Honestly, is they have the woe is me mentality. It's too hard. Life isn't fair. These things in life are not easy for me. You look to your left and you look to your right and you start to judge yourself off other people. Like if you're a female, well, she's skinny and she doesn't work out as hard as I do. And everything starts to corrupt your mind. You start to look around too much at other people and what they're doing, and that starts to corrupt your own dialogue. We are judging ourselves against too many people. You have to judge yourself against yourself. And that's the one thing I started learning, man. This isn't a race against me and Rich Roll. This is a race against David Goggins and David Goggins alone. And once you can silence all that bullshit, all the outside interference and things that are attracting your mind to everything, you can then start to grow in realizing I'm stressed out for no reason. This is my own little race. This is my own timeline, and this is how I'm going to run it.
Comparison to other people, I think, is actually a good thing. I think you need it. I think it helps you. I think it serves you. The problem is most people look at other people, start feeling insecure, and then kick themselves down. The key is to kick yourself forward, not down. But you need that kick. Otherwise, you stay where you are. This is one of the reasons why I love Modern Success, why I created all my YouTube channels and all the content that I've done and have the people behind me on the wall, because I love looking at other people. I love learning from other people. I love seeing somebody do amazing things and say, that's what's possible. This is what's possible. I look at Les Brown as an example, and I think he's the greatest speaker of all time, at least that I've seen. Maybe the ancient Greeks were better, I don't know, but Les Brown, modern era, on video, I think is the greatest speaker. And I look at that and say, that's what's possible. Not that I can't do that. Here's what most people do. They look at Les Brown and say, well, I can't do that. And then they start feeling insecure, and I'm just an imposter trying to be like that now. And then they quit. And then they feel low self-esteem and they beat themselves up over it because they're not Les Brown. I look at Les Brown and say, that's what's possible. This is what humans can actually accomplish and achieve. I want some of that. I want to get better. I want to drive and improve, not to be the next Les Brown, but be the best me. But this is what's possible. I look at David Goggins. Man, David Goggins, look, he came out of nowhere. Who was David Goggins? Did you guys know David Goggins 5 years ago? No. He blew up out of nowhere because of the passion and intensity and truth of his message, right? I love that. And it's easy to say and look at that and say, well, look at how passionate David Goggins is and look how he blew up. I can never do that. I'm not as strong as him. I'm not as crazy as him. I don't have the same mindset as him, and so I can't do that. And you compare yourself to Goggins, and then you say, well, I can't, and so you don't start. That's the problem. You should look at Goggins and say, look at what's possible. You could come from nowhere, nobody knowing who you are, and in a short amount of time, blow up. Because you have a message that matters. You can look at how passionate he is about his message. Every video, he's got insane passion, right? This guy, he's not gonna give you nice hugs and compliments, but he cares about his message, right? You can see that. And you can take that as what's possible. You can care deeply about your message too and model David Goggins and apply that to make your message stronger and better. I think if you just were competing with yourself, I think you're actually gonna suck. I think if you're the best at something and you don't have any competition, I think you actually suck. Being the big fish in a small pond actually limits a lot of creativity, limits your ability to go off and crush things. I think it is. I think when you even in animals, when you see animals going up against each other in a race, when somebody's close, you work a little bit harder, right? I think we need that in our ecosystem. The key, though, again, is to make sure you're kicking yourself forward to say this is what is possible, not this person's so much better than me, I suck, feeling insecure, feeling depressed. You need the kick. Just make sure you're kicking yourself forward, not down. So how do you do it? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Step number 1, find 3 role models. Find 3 people that you wanna look at, that you wanna model, that you aspire to be like, that you wanna learn something from. I would pick 2 people who are in your industry. So if you wanna be a YouTuber, great, pick people who've made it on YouTube. You wanna be an insurance salesperson, pick 2 people who've made it in insurance, right? Find 2 people who are in your industry, who've done a lot more than you have, and go try to learn from them. And then 1 other person who is not in your industry, but you just love, look up to, and respect. So, I mean, I look at AP Giannini, he's my favorite entrepreneur of all time. He's a banker, he started Bank of America, and he would lend money to people based off of a look in their eye and a handshake. A banker, right? Off of a handshake. Yeah, you're gonna pay me back. Can you imagine? He lent money to Walt Disney when nobody else would, when people thought he was crazy. He was the guy who gave Walt Disney the money to make his first feature-length movie. Now, I'm not in the banking industry, but I love believing in entrepreneurs. And so I can learn from him, even though I don't want to go off and start the Believe Bank. Although that has a ring to it. We'll see, maybe someday. But you pick 2 people, pick 3 role models, 2 people who are in your industry that you can learn from, and 1 who you just like. They've had success, so they can teach you something. They're not in your industry, but you like them for some reason, and we're gonna learn from their success and apply it to your business. Step number 2 is you push yourself forward, not down. You're gonna study these 3 people. You can watch their videos. Chances are, if they're still alive, I've probably done a video on them, unless they're super niche in something. Go watch the video, read their book, listen to the podcast or interview they may have done. Surround yourself with them to really learn and digest from them. And then use the narrative. Make sure the narrative, the story in your head is, this is what's possible. Not, this person is so great and I can never be anywhere close to it. Especially when you're seeing about their beginnings, where they came from. You realize that most of the people who you admire and look up to and respect have done amazing things. They started with less than what you have right now. They started with nothing. You have more than what they started with. And I use that as hope to say, if they can do it, why can't I? I can too. So make sure that's the narrative in your head as you're reading their stories and watching their videos and interviews. You pull from them as inspiration to say, this is what's possible. If they can do it, I can go do me. And step number 3 is surround yourself with it daily and they'll pull you up. The people around you pull you to where they are. Whoever's more confident wins. And so if you're kind of doubting your success and there's a lot of people around you who are very confident that you're not going to be successful, we might have those people, friends, family, relatives, community members who say, you're going to go do that? Are you crazy? They're highly confident that you're not going to be successful, right? If you doubt your success, then what's going to happen is whoever's more confident wins. The more you're around these people who are highly confident that you're going to lose, you're going to start to think that you're going to lose. But if you surround yourself with people who are highly successful and confident in winning, you're going to start to win. Those 3 people that we talked about in step 1 that you're going to surround yourself with, the more they're around you, they'll lift you up. They'll pull you to more success because it's changing your mindset. All the videos that I make every day are for me. They're for me because I want to be around David Goggins. I want to be around Steve Jobs. I want to be around Oprah Winfrey. I want them in my life, even though I'm not going for a run with David in the morning, right? His message penetrates me and he pulls me up to make me want to work harder, to believe in myself, to push faster. So whoever these people are that inspire you, surround yourself with them. Watch their videos every day. Put their pictures on the wall. Read their books. Listen to their podcasts. Pay attention to their interviews. Surround yourself with them and they will pull you up. They will change your mindset to start believing that it's possible, that you can do it too if the people around you are saying it's not going to work out, you're never going to do it, go get a safe, normal, secure job. Right? It's cutting off access to the people who are bringing you down and filling yourself up with the people who make you feel like you're ready to soar. Now I have a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, who are your 3 people? 2 people inside your industry, 1 person outside that you look up to, respect, admire. Let me know down in the comments below who your 3 are. And if you're still here watching this video, I wanna celebrate you. Thank you so much. Give me a hashtag believe in the comments as well.
My advice to people that want to be mavericks is put your blinders on, focus on what you want to achieve, and don't listen to all the noise. That noise is horrific and just really, really bad. And it's always going to be eating at you, but you've got to stay focused on the goal. I was taught that years ago by a mentor, and it's absolutely true. Stay focused, don't let distractors bother you, don't let them get you down. And invariably, you're going to be kicked to the ground as a maverick or an entrepreneur or anybody that's trying to achieve their own freedom. But you got to get up and keep going.
You know, you're not very smart, or you can't do that. If you're a teacher and you say, you know what, you can never be an astronaut, you can never be an empire maker, you're not smart enough to do this. And some teachers said that to me along my journey. You'll never finish university. And just to share the reality, I not only finished university with a science degree, but I did a law degree and then a master's of law degree. And I only share that, which is I haven't had it easy. I've been put down. I've had teachers who didn't see my potential. That's just reality. You want to block out the noise and listen to the signal, which is you're built to be a possibilitarian. You're built to be great. You have genius within you. So calibrate your languaging so your words to yourself are world class.
If you want to know how Sarah Blakely manifests her ideas, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.